Good morning, afternoon, or night. This is IAmSoldieR, and I'm bringing to you a best of 5 between Mitoe and Dictator. This is on the brand new, newly released EP 3.0, so getting some experience with the changes here. This is one of the first times, or at least one of the first times in a while, that I've done a solo, basically a VOD. Not streaming, just going to be uploaded to YouTube, so just myself here to watch these guys battle it out. So it'll be, I got a new graphics card for my computer, so I'm going to just see how everything sounds and looks and how it plays out, see if there's any, I got my graphics up quite a bit higher, so see if there's any lag or anything like that. So this is a pretty good test, and some practice for them, for the tourney coming up, and for me, for casting, anticipating that I might cast some games for the upcoming tournament. So, all that said, we're starting off this best of 5 on Hudson Bay. I installed the UI, so I should be loaded in as soon as I get in this game. And we got Mitoe at French and Dictator, aka Conqueror 999 with Portuguese. French got the 100 food crate back from the prior EP, so now they start with the same crates they did on the RE patch. I gotta take front full colors off real quick.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, French is the only difference from RE patch. Scout does not snare. Vills now cost 100. Career Boy cost 125 food instead of 120, so 5 food increase there. And for Port, their Vills are now at, it's not correct, it's not 100, it should be, it's at, I believe, 85. It was at 80 on the previous EP. Should be back to 85, up to 85 now. So Dictator, starting with the market here. He's gathering some coins, going to get to 50 pretty quickly, and get hunting dogs queued up. Mitoe a little bit ahead on that. Let's see what treasures they. So Mitoe picked up 80 coin. Dictator 40 wood. That's why I was able to get. Looks like a 200 wood start. So I think that's why he was able to get a house and a market and hunting dogs. So this is a really big treasure right here, 100 wood. Mitoe, I think, got that one. Yeah, he did. I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit. Should be a little better. Okay. So he's going to get away. He'll be fine. He's got a scout out here, checking stuff out. So what I anticipate, let's get some, let's see, shipments, we'll put shipments over here. Text completed. Okay, so, let me see what they started with. I know there's something, I want to see what crates they started with. I believe it was 200, but usually you would see French go for a TP right away if they start with 200. Let's see. No, okay, it was a one wood start. One wood crate start. I'm not sure how he was able to get that. He must have just chopped a lot of wood for port. Oh, and Dictator goes with 300 wood crates here. Okay. So you can anticipate he's going to try to build TP right here pretty quickly off of that. Mitoe working on another treasure, 150 food. He's going to have to back away here, I believe. Yeah. He's going to have to come back and wait for his crack shot before he can take that. He's got the food to age up. He's maybe a little idle. Is he forgetting something right now? Or? Okay, he's a little late. I don't know if he's waiting. It didn't seem like he was waiting for a bill to come out. He might just be a little late. Maybe he was busy doing something else. So the TP goes up for Dictator here. He might actually be. It looks like he might be planning to get a second one. He's gathering. Yeah, he's gonna go for a second one. See that foundation drop down. Mitoe is gathering quite a lot of wood. He's okay. He just crack shot it and took down 150 food. Now he's heading towards the bottom to get this TP right here. So this is gonna be interesting. This isn't really doing much. This is not gonna deter him from building this TP or anything like that. It's I don't know, maybe just a distraction, just to keep that bell ringing for him, the attack warning. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what both of these guys do. Mitoe looks like he got the wood gathered for steel traps, and he's loading up bills on coins. So it looks to me like right now, if I were to scout this or just watching right now, I'd say he's going to get steel traps and make a stable, probably do a semi-FF. Now looking at Dictator's villager distribution, I'd say probably, well, he gathered for steel traps as well, but he has less vills on coin. He's probably going to do a musketeer start, maybe a semi-FF with musketeers. They're both hitting up almost the same exact second. Mitoe's going to be really quick on that steel traps upgrade, I'm sure. Same as Dictator. Picking up another good treasure from Mitoe. He's picked up a lot with 100 wood, 150 food, and another 60 wood. That's definitely helpful to get that. So yeah, stable. The Conqueror is. They're both getting steel traps, like you would suspect. And yes, he's going musketeer start. So this is going to be a pretty interesting game. Ports on the last EP were really good in the like semi-FF battles with their villager reduction, cost reduction. Now it's slightly higher at 85 food, but still should be pretty good. And Mitoe's gonna. Okay, he sent 700 wood first. So maybe that means he's gonna try and throw down a racks in stage 2 a little bit. Oh, okay. He's going Kree. He's gonna get a couple of Kree villagers out. That's nice. Nice little boost. And Dictator 700 coin. It means he's probably going for a more direct FF. And 5 husks come out from Mitoe. And 4 muskets for Dictator. Oh no, sorry. 4, that's 5. Now, if they get into a fight right here, okay. Yeah, 5 husks can easily take 5 musks, no problem. He's gonna lose Explorer here because he's too far out. Oh no, he'll bring him back. Yeah, they don't want, neither of them want to lose too much HP in that fight, especially with that Explorer. So now 5 muskets and Explorer can do a lot more damage than just if it was just the 5 muskets. And now another 5 come out. So it looks like to me, I really like the macro going on here for Dictator. He's a little bit overloaded on coin bills though, so he's going to be a little bit. Yeah. Oh, another 5 husks from Mitoe. Conqueror 700 food. Okay, that's why his village distribution was a little bit off. He had that coming in, so he already gathered that up though. So now this is a bait right here for sure. He wants yeah, 5 on 10 is easy. Even a 10 on 10 should be pretty easy. But then you get them separated like this, and it'll be more like a 9 on 10. But that one now dead because Explorer and Micro, that was really good, really good. So he picked off 1 musket, and he lost like 100 HP on 1. Ooh, that's bad though. Lost the scout. That's not gonna. He's gonna be pretty upset about that. But it looks like there's 15 husks. Let's see, military units. 15 husks. Yeah, wow. And Dictator is now aging up. He had sent the 700 wood as well, get down a stable. He's got in a house, and now he's got 400 stockpiled. Mitoe going 700 wood, 700 coin to help the Husk help basically get a full 15 555 Husk batches, and then the villas after that to boost his economy. But he did, let's see, he trained a 4 Cree CDB already. So I mean, he's got a really good economy at this point. Okay, so Dictator's going to do another defensive town center. He does have another hunt over there that he's going to be able to protect, though, but he not going to have. I mean, after that, it's going to be not much left hunt-wise. And those 15 husks, because he made so many, and the 10 muskets can't even engage in the numbers like that. Mitoe was able to take out the TP down here. Now he's able to pick up this free treasure. And he actually could be taking this TP could be down by now, and he's obviously thinking about goons coming out because Dictator's in age 3, but he could have sieged that down if he was a little bit more aggressive. But it's understanding that he's being a lot more cautious. And it looks like 5 goon shipment and 5 from a batch, so he's got 10 muskets, 10 goons right now. Definitely an army that 15 husks do not want to engage in, and he's going to lose probably 2 or 3 husks for free here. There's a nice micro right there. 2 racks coming up quickly, which is exactly what he needs for double skirm production, but this routing and the aggressiveness of these goons might actually be able to stop that. Minutemen being called because he's thinking that same thing I was, and he gets up. He's going to get up both racks, no problem. And the Minutemen basically just bought him some time to make sure those 2 get up. And Dictator training some Castador now from the racks, but only getting a pop of 2. Mitoe also sending 600 wood while in transition to age 3. And we got a Cree tanning upgrade. I'm not exactly sure what that is. They both aged up XL prints. So some 8 skirm shipment comes in, and that's going to make him pull back all the way. No engagements for port on the port's side of, I guess, starting the engagement. That won't be happening anytime soon. But he's going to lose a few muskets here for free, for sure. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he wants to get back. There's no reason for him to even, especially after sending 1,000 wood, he doesn't want to engage for a good, probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And he needs to get a different composition going at this point. He hasn't been getting any full batches of Castadors, and Mitoe looks like he got probably 2 full batch, well, 1 full batch of 5 and 5, and then the 8 shipment. So he's got a really big skirmisher lead right now. 5 dragoons from Mitoe and a batch of 5. So Mitoe's going for that skirm goon comp that he loves to micro hit and run, and he's got a big lead in that composition. So, and plus he does have another 10-12 hussar. So this is going to be tough for Conqueror Dictator to come back. He's going to need, at this point, with only, okay, he put up a 2nd rack, so if they're not a hunt, like I was saying, he's going to need to either, okay, he's going to lose a couple of villas here, 3 villas. It's not too good, but not terribly bad either. They're even on villas now with including the CDB gallery bonus, so pretty even right now when you look at villagers. But when you look at the military, and not more so than just the military unit count, even though it is a large difference, is the composition. The composition is just, okay, Mamelukes pop. That's going to be able to change things up a little bit, but the thing that probably worked into Mitoe's reason for the way he had used the build that he did is he made a bunch of hussar to fight and try to negate those Mamelukes. since they don't have melee armor. But this is gonna be a really tough fight actually for Mitoe. With all those dragoons perfectly positioned, these Hussar are not getting basically anything done, and 2 Mamelukes still basically 100% alive. I think Mitoe's going to try to ignore the Mamelukes. Or no, he's putting them down. Okay. I thought he was going to go for the Castors. Still 1 more Mameluke alive, actually. It's still the numbers of the number of skirm here is just too high. That was a really good fight for Dictator, but it was just he never had a large enough number of skirms compared to Mitoe the whole game. So if they were closer in skirm count before that fight, it would have been a lot different. See this is exactly what he needs. This is his time. And with the ranged armor, 50% range resist that Castador have, this is a huge advantage that he has right now. Okay, as I say that, 2 Falcons coming in. And this is Castador's #1 enemy. They die so quickly because of the low HP. They have a high range resistance, but to compensate for that bonus that they have, or that uniqueness that they have a lower HP count than skirmishers. So they die especially quick to anything that isn't ranged fire. And this is going to be a difficult situation. It's like Conqueror has gotten Veteran Hussar upgrade in advance of making any Hussar, so you can expect. I don't even think they have a Hussar shipment. No, they don't. So he's gonna. Okay, there's the first 5. He probably needs at least 10 here though. Like these goons can pretty quickly take out this Hussar. He's going for these cannons right now. They're well protected by the skirms. This is going to be a very difficult fight to pull off. Oh man, all those Castadors just flying. He's going to get the second Falc, and not such a bad fight. When those Falconets were such a huge like barrier for anything Port can get done, it was really big to take those out. Now he's able to push with the Castadors that again have more range resist and can just 7 more coming. He knows now that he needs this skirmisher count to have an advantage to push and to do anything really. And now he does. I believe he has that. Let's see. Well, it's about even 30 versus 31, 30 to 30 now. And when they have that bonus range, they effectively have. Well, I guess it's actually closer. It's closer than. Yeah, okay. I knew they had something like. They don't usually have 150 HP. They have this upgrade Cretaning. It must give like skirmisher or ranged units more HP. Because usually Castadors are a bit better than skirms, but with that I mean they've got 45 more HP. So Mitoe doing what he knows he needs to do, especially at Port versus Port on a map like this, and where the hunt starts to run out, and there is still a lot more hunt left, but it's farther out. So, and with that upgrade, he knows he has that skirms are actually better than Castadors at this point. Have more effective HP, and that's going to be the game clincher right there when you get 8 of these coming in. 8 of these big boys coming in. He grouped a batch of 5 with a shipment of 3, and that's going to be a. But yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm gonna lower the graphics a little bit next game because I can tell it was lagging a little bit there. But yeah, that was pretty good strategy, I would say, from Mitoe. Just out of the gate, he had a good idea of what he needed to do to kind of take over some control of the game with the 15 Hus. Usually seems like a lot if you want to semi-FF, but combining that with he also like boosted his economy at the same time when he was making those Crevilles. So it's not like he was just spending a lot of time in H2 making Hus and that's it. He was also getting some like 4 or 5 extra vills out of that, and was able to boost his economy while taking down a TP and kind of just forcing the port player to build defensive town centers. Because if the port player had some more map control, he would have been able to possibly put a more aggressive TC and secure 1 or 2 more hunts for a little bit longer. I'm just trying to see what settings I could adjust here to make this a little bit more smooth for them. Okay, so I think Mitoe's gonna switch up the civ. For this next one, you just played French. Looks like Dictator's ready to. I think they're. Let's see. I think they were talking about. Yeah, they say loser picks the next map. So Dictator's picking Manchuria here, and then also picking India. So he's thinking. He's thinking he's going to try to grab some cows and use that to help him. I'll be interested to see. You know, Mitoe likes to say that he thinks French easily. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I was thinking maybe he's going to play German because he says German beats India pretty easily, but a lot of people disagree with that. So, but that's not what's happening. So. Looks like he's going to try the new Sioux. This will be interesting. Sioux is completely. I'm not sure he plays Sioux much, but we'll see how well he does here. Sioux is basically it's basically redesigned from when you compare it to the RE patch, or basically any patch ever. Any patch ever. They now. Have some boosts to their TPs, which are basically buildings that you might not even know exist. They're specific to the Sioux Civ, and they are these little buildings that cost 50 wood. And before, they would boost HP in an aura, pretty small aura. They would boost the HP of units that are around them for Sioux. And now, along with that, they also boost villager gather rate by 4% per TP. And there's also a card that can increase that 4% to 6%. There's also currently a build limit of 6, but there's also a card that you can increase the build limit by an additional 6 TP. So you can basically have maximum 12 TPs. If you were to have late game, you would have farms, and you would have all your villas on farms. You would want to have them all. Oh, I picked the wrong home city. Okay. What I was saying, I was talking about late game eco setup for Sioux on this EP 3.0. Oh fuck, I'm in the wrong spot. You want to have all your farms or plantations all around the same area, and build your 12 TPs. If you send both cards, they boost by 6% each, and they actually boost 6% on top of how do I say this? On top of not the base rate, but on top of the TP rate. So it gets a little complicated, but it doesn't just directly boost them 6% plus 6% per TP. It boosts them 6% off of the previous TP's rate. So basically, you can get I think I saw the number. You can get plus 100% gather rate with both of those cards if you have all 12 TPs around one, that specific villager. So that's, two villager turns one villager into two essentially, gather rate wise at least. So late game that can be pretty darn good, and it also boosts HP. So those villagers, while Sioux doesn't have walls, those villagers will have more HP. So and then you can get their market upgrade, so they'll be a bit more tanky. So I don't know how that'll. Sioux doesn't usually get into too many late game games, but in the chance that they do, that'll be a nice boost for them too. So, but that's a whole lot of information. So, and I haven't actually seen any games with this EP 3.0 Sioux, so it'll be very interesting to actually. Is it 3.0 or 1.3? I think I keep saying 3.0, but I think it's 1.3. But anyway, the newest EP iteration. Alright, so Sioux in India and Manchuria, and to me it looks like Dictator is doing a 10-10 or 9-10 because he is not gathering any wood. Either he does not know he's India and villas cost wood, or he is doing a 10-10 or 9-10. He's gathering up a couple sheep. And you might get this batch too. Oh. That could be maybe the reason why he's going to do it 9-10 or 10-10. 9-10. Because with these cows, I might have said sheep earlier, I meant cows. He'll get his shipments quicker, and I think sometimes with 9-10 or 10-10 you have to wait for your seaboy shipment to send as soon as you age up, but with these cows, that won't be a fact. They'll be able to send them as soon as he hits age 2. If he can pick these off, that would be really big. Mitoe tanking this one. He's going for this war hut / stable treasure. That's going to be interesting to watch. It looks like he's not going to be spotted, but I really don't know if he's even going to be able to kill this. He's taking a lot. He's got them positioned really well where his war chief is doing full damage to both of them. Yeah, he's going to be able to get them down. He's going to take a lot of damage though. I mean, I guess it's worth it. It's basically 250 wood. That's gonna change the game entirely. And it looks like Dictator's already. Wow, check that out. That's crazy. That's game-changing treasure right there. He's got his aggro down. He's switching over to wood right now to get his veil production back up. And it's going to be interesting when Mitoe makes this. That you don't see that very often. Somebody getting that treasure in age 1. So that's pretty big. Pretty big. The thing I do want to see though is what he's going to do with this. It says stable wagon, but I swear the treasure said you can build a war huts and stable. So I don't know if it is only stable, but if it's able to build both, I'm curious to see if he would prefer to build a barracks with it, because this is going to be quite a big push. And I know this is one of Sioux's weaknesses, is defending basically any type of musketeer push. So it'll be interesting to see how this game goes. And this is very far back aggro, which I should point out, because it almost makes me question what he's actually planning to do. If he's planning on rushing or being a little bit more defensive. He's going to probably be up right around 4 minutes, which is pretty early. Mitoe is going with the chief. I believe he's not aging. I believe that means he's not aging fast, and he is going to. I think that I want to say that's 400 food age up. No. I think Mitoe just spotted that he's about to. Yeah, he's getting this 90 wood treasure, which is big. Mitoe's not happy about that. And there goes a war hut, and it is going to be constructed by this what's called a stable wagon. But yeah, it's going to put up a war hut pretty quickly, I'm sure. Yeah, it's probably faster than one villager building. So that's Let's see what he's throwing down a TP. So, he might actually only. Alright, folks, there's our first TP. There it is. And there's the aura for the villagers. First time seeing that. Wow, it looks pretty interesting. Pretty cool. You only usually see that with the Karni Mata for India, but there it is, villagers. Yeah, check that out, man. Interesting. I think it's actually not even giving a HP boost. Maybe it's only for military. Because those villagers all do have 150 HP. 2 TPs up now. And he's gathering for, looks like a third one. Or he aged up with a 400 wood. And meanwhile, Dictator is coming into the base, killing a villager already. And he's going to be sieging down this war hub pretty quickly with a 5 stepway shipment. And there's 6 seed and bow coming in. They're running away. They got this. They are no longer in the HP aura of the TPs, which is unfortunate. But these ones, though, however, are. And there's a lot of random-like units here. Oh, good stomp by the elephants there. Here comes the war chief finally. But these seed and bow that popped out of the war hut are going to really be enough to force us off. And 3 more Seppo are coming, but it's really not going to be able to do anything at all. So it looks like Mitoe had just sent a military shipment to counter India's military shipment. Unfortunately, losing his warship there, that's not too good. It's going to speed up India's shipment progression too. So I don't think he lost 5 villagers. He lost 2. And Conquer, looks like Conquer only lost 4 Sepway. That's pretty interesting. It seemed like he had lost more, but I guess there's one really low and another one pretty low. So Mitoe shipped a military unit first to stop the rush and made 5 seed and bow from his Egypt crates. And all-in rush by Dictator with a 4 sour shipment. And this is going to be really tough for Mitoe to do much against. Okay, well, wow. He gives up. Oh, dude. I'm not sure you needed to quit. I guess there was a lot of Sepway there, but... well, Mitoe not too happy with his performance there, but honestly, I don't think he was. I mean, Dictator only had 10 Sepway in that first push. That having that war chief there would definitely helped. Those elephants just really, pushed off the 5 seed and bow, or 6 seed and bow, and didn't let them do much at all. That if the war chief was there, he could have tanked a little bit, but I don't know. Nah, maybe the way. Yeah, he was in a tough situation with a 4 sour and 12 sec there at the end. He had like enough. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like he should have been able to somehow do something with a free warhead. And 6 you can go first, but again, those clearly in that game those TPs did not pay off. So the first use we've seen out of them for eco boost basically had no effect. So I'm going to go ahead and click. Well, no, I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna get a drink of water, but I'll have to wait for them to click in. So we're at 1-1 now in this best of 5. The Mitoe is going to pick the map Colorado. I'm trying to remember this. Let's see. Oh, okay. I believe. Okay. Yeah, I think I know this map. It's a pretty low food map. It usually makes for some awkward games because the mountain, you'll have like villas on both sides of your base and the mountains, so there'll be like battles and raids on both sides at the same time, and then your villas will be running back and forth. So it should be an interesting game. I'm gonna let this load up and go grab myself some water. Alright, so we have another, how do I say this, nerfed but boosted native civ that Mitoe's playing. Iroquois. This, I'm going to list the changes from the RE patch because it's probably the simplest to understand. I believe they are minus 100 wood, maybe even plus 100 food. It looks like they are 5 food crates versus 4. So they're quite similar to wow. They're quite similar to the RE Iroquois. I traded out a food for a wood crate, so they can't just get a free TP at the start. But Mitoe, building this farm, you saw it said plus 80 XP. That is essentially, on some maps, well, basically, if you, in most maps it's about 2 TP passes, so I mean, that's not much difference. It's like, basically, he has a free TP. Or at least for the first villager shipment, which is pretty big. But he has to gather 25 wood in order to build that house. So that's a trade-off. I mean, he's going to have a shipment right after he builds his house. Or just about. 16 HP left. Wait a minute. What the heck? It says happy birthday, Mitoe. How does that... That's so weird. What? Is that like coded into the UI? It says happy birthday Mitoe. Over here it just says Conqueror. Wow. AZ crazy mother effer. Anyway. Dictator, I'm eating a caramel square, so I'm chewing that. It's kind of sticky, but anyway. Dictator getting off to a pretty good start as well. He's got his TP start, 200 wood start. He's going to grab a native at a warrior right here, which is going to be pretty big. And can actually change Mitoe's entire game plan if he was planning on, you know, we don't know what he was planning, but if he was planning on fast aging and building a forward blockhouse, war hut with his Trevios, that's going to be quite a bit harder now, more difficult now. But he is gathering some decent treasures. He's got, let's see, 50 food, 30, 90, and now 150 coins. So that, if I can math, that is 180, 270 coin. Yeah, I mean, that's what he has in the bank. So he can easily do an FF. We'll see what he chooses here. Let me switch up the tabs a little bit to shipment sent, text completed. Neither player has a market, though Mitoe does have a farm. Let's see what they're gathering here to see what they plan. See if I can figure out what they plan on doing from what they're gathering. And then Mitoe's actually going for another 95 wood treasure, so he's going to be able to stack up some nice bonus resources. While Dictator is going for a 110 wood with his native warrior and native scout, so he'll be able to get that easily. Mitoe as well. Mitoe putting up the market, which is always something, you know, like you're not sure. Oh wow, okay, so he got the food gathering upgrade. I believe it's 10% of all. Whoops, all food gathering from whatever gathering site or device or whatever. So if you're gathering from a farm or hunt or berries, it's a 10% upgrade on all of those. But it costs 100 wood and 75 coin. And he also threw up a market, which you don't usually see. Well, not usually, but some native players do make it, some don't, because you basically, I mean, you can get placer mines and $100, but $100 is sometimes the only one that they get. So he does get that, and he aged up fast. He's up with 15 village up, and he's sending forward his Travios, which is gonna probably meet the 6th floor, and the native warrior is over here dying. That's not good. He does not want that. And the warrior, war chief shot did a great amount of damage to him. He's gonna die pretty quickly. So that war hut is gonna get up safely. Oh, there's a villager. Not sure what he's doing out there. TC gather point probably. Oh, the native, wow, he actually separated the native warrior to get over there and do some damage. He only had 11 HP left. Mitoe really hit, I mean, he's losing a lot of HP on this war because of him. Lost almost 500 HP, and he's not happy about that. Oh, he's not happy about the 4 Canyon horsemen being shipped to his TC. I think he might have he did big button as well. And, why didn't it show the... Oh. There we go. And Conqueror looking like he's doing the Samwise build here. Let's see. Units in queue. 1 Musk, 1 Huss. And doesn't look like he's going to have the resources. And this is wow, his hunt is really in a bad situation. And he didn't hurt this one. He lost a villager right there. This is going to be really, really difficult. Oh man, this is a very tough situation for. You can even see in the score how. Oh wow, Mitoe even went for the 2nd upgrade from the farm. His villagers are gathering really quickly from food now. I think that one's a 15% upgrade. So only 2 Huss pop out with the Samwise build, 3 muskets. Not the worst, but definitely not close to the best. Like I don't even know. You could probably win this fight, but He's going to be really low on food for quite a while. And he was idled and lost the TP now. Oh, that was he built a second TP in transition. Okay. So, quite a bit happening already in this game. Mitoe going pretty hard rushing. Well, he did big button and made 5 tomahawk, but he also got 3. Whoa! He got the wood upgrade as well. Oh, from all that free coin from the treasures. Yeah, he's already got 1, 2, 3, 4 economic upgrades. 3 of them being for food. So, I mean, he's looked like he's rushing hard with making a batch, but all he did was big button, make a batch out tomahawks, ship Kanye horseman, and then he shipped villas. So this is a really good, a lot of pressure, backed by a ton of eco. I mean, he's way ahead in economy when you look at not just villager count, but take into account all the upgrades. This is wow. This is a lot of pressure. This is very similar to this game is basically RE Eero because of the treasures and building that farm, which is basically a couple TP passes. This is not very different than RE. A little bit different style that Eero has to play, but I mean, you can tell just how effective this is, and we could probably expect to see a lot of this in the tournament coming up pretty soon. So it's going to be a very difficult game for French at this point. From this point, while he does have steel traps, so he's catching up in eco upgrades. Ship 3 Huss right now. So with having those 2 TPs, well, Mitoe actually built a TP after he took that wood treasure over here. It looks like he's ahead in shipments, but I think Mitoe's got one on the way right now. And the issue is going to be, okay, there's a batch of 5 Huss. That's really, really helpful. But the thing is that it's going to be hard to micro this. Oh wow, another 5 Kanye horsemen coming out with a stable. Wow, this is going to be difficult. It's so hard to micro versus Eero too, because it's so hard to tell what's in tomahawk and what is not. Big fight here. And wow, Kanye horsemen have more HP than Huss. Oh wow, okay, that's a pretty one-sided fight. Yeah, you can see just how good we all just, you know, remembered how good Eero are. Wow, that was pretty hardcore, man. Yeah. That was a pretty impressive rush, while also getting a very solid eco. Yeah, this is going to be probably see a lot of very good rush. Probably we can expect to see a lot of Eero in the near future. And with that being said, though, the French still outgathered, which is insane. I didn't realize how much HP Kanye Horseman had. They had more HP than a Hussar. That's without any upgrades or any cards. Wow. So we're 2-1 now. Mitoe's leading in this best of 5. Okay, so I thought there was a card for Kanye Horseman. I guess it's maybe it's just they don't have many upgrades. It's just basically all infantry. So Conqueror is going to go ahead and pick Malaysia as the next map, but Mitoe does not have it. That was interesting. I haven't seen Euro being played in a long time, and they don't look too different. I mean, at this point, the only difference though, they were able to just get a TP from the start on RE, and so that 100 wood is switched out for 100 food, but now they still basically have a TP for the first card when you build a mill to start, and so basically they don't lose out on the TP in H1, but they have 100 extra food. So yeah, they're not much different. So then that Black House, the War Hut's going to get up right around the same time. I think it's probably pretty important to build the TP at some point though. So, but really, yeah, probably pretty close to how they used to be. It's going to be interesting. People are going to have to get used to playing versus them and beating them like the AI. Because I mean, people probably, I haven't seen the Euro played in Quick Search in probably a couple of years, just because they've been so like frowned upon or banned at tournaments or whatever. But they used to be like all you would play versus in Quick Search until the tournaments started banning them, and now people will probably have to relearn how to play versus them. So we're just waiting on Mitoe. Oh, Borneo. Wow. Oh, no. Okay, Malaysia. I don't know if I know that. Oh, I actually had to download this, so I probably have not seen this. Oh, this could be a water game. Okay, this will be interesting. Conqueror going with Brit. Mitoe going to Port. Two of the better water civilizations. Mitoe's trying to close out this series, and Dictator is hoping to stay alive and take it to Game 5. I'm interested to see what this map looks like. For whatever reason, my computer just takes a very long time to load UI maps. Well, that's not helping with it, I'm sure. should load, but it just takes a while. It's only on UI maps too. I don't understand. Oh, interesting map. Oh, I think I've seen half of the game stream on this map. Oh, this is interesting. There's water, there's some fish. It looks like 3 whales in each pond. There is... Uh-oh. Looks like there's no water flag for British. Is that because he doesn't have any water? You make sure. Yeah, I might have a bug here. Yeah, that's weird. Huh. I've watched a game on that map before, and I'm pretty sure neither player has a flag, but obviously that game, one player did have a flag. So something went wrong there. Let's see what happens this time. Alright, once this loads in, we'll get into game 4. Dictator being British, Mitoe Portuguese, and okay, they both have flags this time. One in the top, and one in the bottom. The flag being in the lake of the TC that's closest to it now.
Yes.
Alright, now this is fine. Ports 2 crate start. I believe their change from RE was -1 food crate, but Vills cost 80. Now they cost 85 food. Brits are basically the same as they've always been. Dictator passing up this opportunity to take this XP treasure. I usually would like to take that. I did not realize there's cows in the map. Uh-oh. This is going to be interesting. I think Dictator's going to be able to take this one. It's going to be close. Whoever's got the better position. I think Mito's got it. Oh no, he gave it up. Yeah, the coincidence there was pretty wild. There's a lot of cows on this map. Oh, look at this, 4 of them up here. There's this crack shot. And off of that 90 wood, Dictator quickly builds a second house. guess he just gave him a cow somehow or something. Anyway, okay, so let's see. Let me check out how this map's laid out. So you start with two mines, 2 tin mines, which is, I believe, less than the typical 2000. It's only 1500 coin. There's a copper mine out here. Not many close by trees, so Brit will probably have to expand their villager circle that they have around the TC to move out a little bit farther away from safety to gather that wood. And there's definitely the opportunity to get on this water and get a lot of this food and whales, fish and whales. So it'll be interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and check both of these players' decks because I want to see what they're planning. Mitoe does have schooners and like a halfway water deck with a couple of boat shipments, but no fishing or whale upgrade card. Dictator does have whale oil and schooners and a rendering plant, which are so basically he's got 2 very good gather rate for fishing boat cards for fishing boat gather rates, but actually has no actual caravel or frigate shipments, so, and no advanced stock either. So he's more of a, playing the style where he's assuming it's a safe map to go water and not have to contest it. And this is probably pretty reasonable on a map like this, where Mitoe would have to send a village quite far to put a dock on this pond up here. So I actually like his deck quite a bit. Mitoe's is more of a fighting water deck, but not even that hard because there's no boat upgrade, warship upgrade cards in there. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Neither of them with a TP. There's actually only 2 TPs on this route. I don't know if that's like there almost should be one in the middle here, but maybe this is just how it's designed. It's actually very unique. With a long route like this, you'd usually see quite a bit of TPs, and something like an ATP would be pretty effective on there. But maybe that's part of the design of this map, is to take away some of that large TP count maps that people were complaining about. So Mitoe going to go with a defensive TC here. Let me switch some of these up. And no market from Mitoe yet. Market from Dictator in transition and throwing the outpost along the lake. Looks like he's going to probably go for some schooners strategy. Mitoe getting a TP. Coming down with a defensive barracks. Still no market. Okay, he does have a dock though. He did send schooners way earlier. I missed that. So actually I already got 2 out there. So this should be pretty interesting. I don't often see Mitoe playing it on the water, so I'm interested to see how he'll do. Okay, he's throwing down a second dock. I was wondering, with him not seeing him play water that much, how he would go about utilizing schooners. He's now throwing down a market. Got a second TC up. Got his racks up. I'm assuming he seems like the type of guy, I think, usually that'll make a couple pikes, trying to defend and boom on the sea and 2 TCs, so especially with that defensive racks, and that would actually be do quite well versus what Dictator's doing, which is he got popped out 4 Hus, and he's going to probably try to just harass with these kind of spread out resources on this map. Well, actually, Mitoe herded really well. There's a lot of food right in his base, and he actually made some muskets to defend. He's got 2 docks up now. Mitoe has sent over his home city shipment flag for the water into Dictator's pond, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Mitoe is ready for these Hus coming in. Musketeers already in melee stance, pushing them away with no shots fired. And Dictator is going 700 wood, 600 wood back to back. And getting steel traps. Looking like he's just gonna do a straight house boom. Not sure if this tower's maybe just like a distraction or a trick, try to trick him into thinking he's gonna go water, or maybe just in case defense, but it isn't really playing much of a role at this point. Mitoe's getting some more and more fishing boats out. Looks like he's got up to 7 now. 700 food after the 700 wood for him to help probably pump out some more villagers, and feels like he doesn't really need the coin too quickly with a couple of safe mines. You can tell Mitoe's really concerned at this point with just getting out. Ooh, now second batch house there, getting out as many villagers and economic units as possible, and musketeers as well. That's why 700 food definitely helps continue the batches of musketeers. Ooh, this villager is going to go down. Rally point was, yeah, he's not happy about that one. He's doing pretty well defending these raids, and I think that was the only villager he lost. Yeah. What? Lost the dock. I don't understand. Maybe that's just a UI thing. But I might have paused.
Are you ready? Yes.
Oh, okay. Quick pause from Mitoe, we're back at it. Conqueror keeping his 2 hussar groups out, scouting the map. Let's see if I can try to figure out this. I'm just curious to see what he was able to see in Fog of War, but never mind. Interesting, like tree walls here in the back of the bases, where the cav can come through just like that and try to get some raids in. Ooh, he could have maybe took that villager out. So, looks like British is actually going to get up before Portuguese. But Port will probably be able to catch up pretty. Looks like they both aging? Yeah, they are. Yeah, and looks like. Oh, I'm sorry, that's shipments. Conqueror is aging right now, and Mitoe is gathering up. He's still quite a ways away. So, Dictator just used his 700, 600 wood shipments and 5 villagers to just pump out a bunch of villagers and gather up the resources to age up. They both have hunting dogs, steel traps, and placer mines. Now some longbows joining in for the British player. And Mitoe's 700 coin does pop in now, and he's going to be aging shortly after that. Once he realizes it's there and starts gathering it. This explorer does get away. Does escape. How did he even get up? I thought he was dead over here. I don't know. These muskets catching the cab, trying to backdoor again. Interesting little hunts back here. They're like in this little hall back here. It's pretty interesting. It reminds me of an Age of Mythology map called Watering Hole. I like this map. I like this map a lot. I haven't played on it yet, but I like it. It reminds me also of an Age of Empires Online map with they had these little bays back here behind each person's base. Ooh, villager, just barely not going down there. And British player is already up. Oh, and then you got H up with 400 wood in a caravel, and this caravel is gonna reap some havoc down here and cause a lot of trouble for these fishing boats. And if I were him, I'd just back off, and I mean, it's gonna force Mitoe to react to that in a way that if he can, gather his thoughts and realize that all he does need is one caravel. Then if he just make one caravel, because he did take a lot of HP out of this one. Otherwise, he might end up shipping like 3 caravels or a frigate or something like that, which is a bit of overkill. So it'll be interesting to see how that's handled. So he didn't age up with 7 longbow, but he did get. He's now got 3 batches of them and veterans. Mitoe was a little confused about. I guess you're not able to get stagecoach on this map. Oh, see, and exactly what I said. It was overkill. He's shipped 3 caravels, and that's works perfectly into what Dictator is doing. So, I mean, clearly overkill. And when all he needed to do was make 1 caravel from the dock. So, and he has the resources to make 1 too. So, that's definitely a big victory for. I mean, that's an H3 shipment. Just basically just wasted to kill 1 caravel. So, and I don't expect anything to come there from Dictator throughout the rest of the game. So, those caravels are going to be just completely useless. And a lot of pressure coming on with this longbow mass, which is, I mean, Mitoe can't fight this unless something's about to pop, which it isn't because he just sent the caravels. This could be game over if he. I don't like this fight by Mitoe. The economy of the British player is just pushing out units so quickly, and he's going to take this fight very easily, even before the 2 falconets just get to the side of the map. These veteran hussar that he had from the raiding in H2, soaking up a lot of damage, and these longbows are just gonna, with veteran, they're just better than Cassadors. And yeah, it's gonna be. Mitoe's got a big economy because of the fishing boats. But he's gonna need to. I mean, he needs help right now. There's not much he has. Okay, a Cassador is gonna help, but we just saw earlier how deadly falconets are to them. So he still needs something to kill those falconets. He doesn't have anything. He has maybe the compositional advantage if the falconets weren't there, but they are. So that's a huge problem. He's going to have to basically just turtle and back, push back farther until he has enough to take the fight. Losing 2 villagers here from longbow snipes, which is good from Dictator. And Dictator also should 5 fuss, which are a veteran now, so that's also a big boost, although they are sitting back there. Right now is when Dictator would want to engage and have a full-on fight, but it's difficult to force that. And two goons dead for 3. This is really bad for Mitoe. Yeah, I mean, the British player wants to fight right now, immediately. And if he would be able to force a full fight, he would win very hard. But it's hard when he just keeps pushing farther back into his space. Makes you more vulnerable to like a cav or a Minuteman pop or something like that. So right now Mitoe's just kind of trying to buy time, though I don't think that's going to be enough. I mean, he's probably hoping to get Mamluks out. Maybe it's on the way, or no, he just shipped 5 Dragoons, and this is going to be the fight right here. He's going for the falconets. He knows he needs to kill them, but yeah, that was a rough one. Nice strategy by. That's why I was a little bit worried about what Mitoe's water play was going to be like, because I haven't seen it much. And yeah, I mean, those veteran huts really were pretty effective. Yeah, just just like I was saying or thinking, that Caravel was overkill, and I knew Dictator was going to be happy about seeing that. I like how that British was played versus Port. It's pretty effective. Now, though, on a non-water map, it might be a bit different, as the Port would probably be up to H3 quite a bit faster, and those husks from British might be a bit less effective because of that. But okay, we're going to game 5. Looks like 2-2 between Mitoe and Dictator. And Mitoe is going to pick the map.
Yes.
And looks like Dictator is going to go to his India, which he did already play, versus Mitoe's Sioux. And this is going to be interesting because I think Mitoe doesn't want to lose this series. He just does. Nobody likes to lose, but nobody, especially if he's just having some fun games or whatever. But when the series comes down to it, he doesn't want to lose the series. And he says that German counters India pretty hard, so I think he's going to play India here. German here versus India, expecting to win easily. So this should be an interesting game. Yeah, and there's the German. Yeah, this should be interesting. I think Dictator's a pretty good India player, as far as I know. So this will be a good example to, because I'm always asking. I struggle with German versus India, so he's always telling me he hardly ever loses that. So this will be a good game to see how this matchup plays out. And it looks like Conqueror is ready. I'm gonna ready up, and we can get it. Okay, so we picked Florida. I believe this is the map you start with a market, and there are sheep on this map, so that'll play into the favor of India a little bit. This will be very interesting. I'm really excited to see how this game plays out. I do expect Mitoe to win because when I've played this matchup versus him, and him being German, he seemed to handle it really well. However, I don't consider myself a good India player, so that's the other side of that. And I'm thinking that Dictator's probably a better India player than I am, or I'm hoping he is, so that we can see it. I would honestly love to see Mitoe lose this game, because this matchup gives me trouble, and he says he rarely loses it, so I don't want it to be just me thinking I'm bad in this matchup, and that it is a tough matchup, but this will be a good example, I guess. I think he's gonna be able to handle this pretty well. Oh wow! I think this map. I think the trade route switches on this map. I could have swore I used to go along the lake here. Or maybe I think I've actually played on both versions of this. Yeah, I think it goes both sides. It switches sides sometimes. Okay, so yeah, this is the map of the market. I'm just trying to think of what that standard display options for these were, because they were showing me a lot of different things. Okay, Mitoe's picking up 60 food. And Dictator 30 with 10 coin, and about to get this 40 right here. Unfortunately, Dictator has not. Okay, he was researching Civil Servants, so that's a really good upgrade to have at this point already. I think that's 5% for every type of gathering, and at this point he is gathering both wood and food. And he's probably also getting, let's put text completed, text being researched. Well, he's going to probably, right about now, queue up the food gathering one, or sometime soon, so that he can get basically hunting dogs in age 1 when you combine that with, well, Civil Servants, yeah, you combine it with Civil Servants. Should be plus 10, and then plus 5 everything else. Mitoe going to pick up 105 coin here, which is pretty startling since it's pretty close to India's TC, and they do have 2 explorers. You probably even saw that at one point. But he does get a lot of value out of picking up this native scout. With Mitoe again with a lot of gold treasures early on, 155 in the bank. He's already got enough for for steel traps, which could, you know, give him a huge boost not having to gather that coin, especially if he chooses to make barracks units, which I believe he will. He could even just skip placer mines, and yeah, he could have a really nice Rex eco start. He could even ship 3 settler wagons first and probably be okay. So we'll see. I hope to see Dictator do a forward aggro, because that's what I often struggle with verse. Mitoe gonna get another 100 XP treasure. This is quite a lot of good treasures he's getting. Typical age 1 shipments, no surprises. Unfortunately, Dictator did not have to find the time or room to get the hunting upgrade in age 1. Only Civil Servants. Oh, and he's doing a Carney age up. Or a Tower. Not sure which one. I believe it's Carney. But was hoping to see a rush, because I think that's a bit more effective. When I play German, I find that difficult to defend against, seeing as how Seaboy destroy every H2 unit that Germany has. And he's doing a slow age up here as well. So German is going to be up quite a bit faster. And there's the TP. He's dropping down, Mitoe. Dictator's got some nice scouts. You got a spy, native scout that can stealth, and a native warrior. So he's going to try to probably sit by this TP right here, but Mitoe intelligently builds the back TP one so he doesn't have to worry about dying. And also, if he was rushed, it also would not have to be, it would not be in any trouble of being sieged down. So Mitoe is up at about 430, and I believe that was a 16 win wage up. Let's see, 7 and 5, or 17. 7, okay. It's pretty quick then. It's going up for that Rex like I thought he would right away. And it looks like he is, it does have steel traps in process. This Carney is still not yet complete, and Dictator realized just how slow he was aging and threw a couple more villagers on there. Now it gets up around 510. And Mitoe goes with 3 settler wagons. And he's going to be able to, I think he's going to be able to kill everything here. Now, 5X will pop out. Yeah. Dictator wants to get out of there, and he's going to lose 1 explorer, which isn't bad. He should be able to get away with everything else, but he's going to actually lose this native scout as well, which is a big. That's not what you want when you have. He's a pretty big advantage when you can. I mean, anytime you can put a stealth unit with a large line of sight anywhere on the map and know what's coming, it helps you prepare a lot for it and take the right fights and get the right unit position for the fights. So that's unfortunate. He lost the little advantage that he had. And at this point, Mitoe is very far ahead in Ecotechs. And even though they both started off with a market, India could have quite a bit more upgrades than he does. And while Mitoe, well, obviously he didn't scout an aggro, but maybe thinks he just missed it and sent 8 Expo seconds. So he's just kind of waiting for a massive Sepway to come in. And maybe he was when he saw these explorers running back, he thought they were going to the aggro, but clearly not. We can see clearly not. And actually, Conqueror starts with a stable. I think slightly after. Oh, Zams get a couple hits off. Not quite kill one. He's probably going to lose one. Okay, he quickly pulls back before actually he's getting shots off or getting range. But the consulate, I think, dropped first and got the Ottoman villagers quickly after. Yeah, and now he realizes, yeah, that he basically was blindly sending that Expo shipment, basically doing his typical build versus a Sepway rush. And while it would have worked, probably, that's not what he was going up against. So now he has to adapt and figure out where he wants to go from here. Is he going to try to age up? He probably has the room and time to, but it's just a decision what he's going to do from here. Is he going to spend any more time in H2, or is his next shipment going to be 700 coin, or is he going to maybe send 700 wood and gather the coin? It's a few different things you can do from here. And it looks like at this point, India is throwing down barracks, has sent all economic shipments throughout, and he has a bit of an economic advantage, and then on top of that has the Karnimata. So, and he's starting to get some more upgrades in the market. So German went basically all military. Well, not even. I mean, he went 3 settler wagons first, but he did send a pretty big military shipment that's basically only useful when it's sent versus strictly like heavy infantry or another like Expo type of unit. It's not very good like going into the fortress age, so it's a pretty rough shipment to have sent when you don't need it. But he is up quickly after the 700 coin, and he'll be in okay position with both a stable Interax and still safe TP. No, but India at the same time is in a good position too. He's not quite aging, so he's going to be a little bit behind in that. But he did add some sours in there now. He's got a composition he thinks he might be able to do some damage right now. Probably can't, actually, because there's enough Olin to just block these sours, but he's going to go around, look for some raids, and maybe get some Olin picks with these Zams backing him up. Okay, nice little poke, I guess. Nothing really damaging for the India player, but he moves some villagers, so it's going to be interesting how this goes from here. If India's going to play H2 or they're going to age up. He did switch off the Ottoman consulate to the British consulate. And looks like Mitoe has just sent his first H3 shipment. Overpopped. He canceled it and then maybe queued another couple of units and then overpopped again. Just to get some more efficient, probably get some units training while, or probably get an extra set of war wagon in there. Throws up the house, and he's got an army that's going to be really, really difficult for an H2 India to fight off. And while I'm saying that, Dictator is aging up to H3 with the Taj Mahal, I believe, which has the ceasefire ability, which can come in handy. And I think he also gets 800 coin when he ages up with it. So that'll help him quite a bit. And I wonder what units he's going to go for, what composition. Mitoe's going with the basically skirmisher slash crossbow composition, backed with war wagons, and with a side of free lawn that aren't yet veteran and may not ever get veteran. And he's pushing now, and I like there's just so many crossbow in here. There's not a lot of skirmisher, but not a lot of firepower in this ranged infantry mass. So the war wagons are the strength here. So this is going to be interesting. I'll turn the sound down a little bit. Minutemen have been called, and Conqueror has hit the next stage. He has the ability to use ceasefire, but is at this time not choosing to. I'm wondering what he has a shipment available. He might. Okay, he just sent it, so we'll see what he's gonna pop out here. And Mitoe is staying with the war wagon composition, even more so than the skirmisher. He's really only making basically just war wagon. There's just so much war wagon HP, so many war wagons out there. 8 skirms comes in from Mitoe. It will be here in about 30 seconds for the walk. But what's really damaging to Dictator right now is the houses that are being killed. He's just massively popped right now, and with another one going down in a couple seconds. Okay, a couple Howdah pop out. And at the same time, he's get. Oh, that's just a. I don't know why that's a. Here we go. We're fighting here, and we got a lot of Gurkha coming in. More than I think. There's a better. These Howdah are gonna be pretty useful against the Uhlans. There's just so many war wagons, but they don't counter anything here, so that's why they're backing off quite a bit. No Uhlan left. It's just. There's just so much HP in attacking these war wagons that even though they don't counter anything here, there's just not enough to kill them. So unless there's like a Urumi pop, which could happen, then this game's probably over. One Howdah pops out here. I'm surprised he didn't use the ceasefire ability at all. Maybe he just forgot about it, but it could have been pretty useful in delaying any of these fights. He's got 3 Howdah. Oh, that 2 Howdah was actually a shipment that he had sent. And this is looking really difficult for the India player because there's just these skirms. Oh, the Urumi pop! Oh, it's just about perfect Urumi pop. And he's going to get a lot of damage done with that, but there are still a ton of war wagons that do a ton of damage. But man, they are doing work. And these Howdahs are here as well. And they have a large attack, 72 to be specific. And there's still one Urumi that is full HP. He's getting a lot of work done on these skirms. He's evened up, and there's still another one in here. And all these war wagons have basically fallen. There's still a Urumi here that Mitoe does not realize and is just basically 7-on-1ing these remaining skirm. And he's getting so much damage done. He's going to get killed in maybe 1 or 2 volleys by these skirms, but jeez, and then a full HP Elephant Explorer. Man, that guy just did so much work, and this Elephant's going to continue to do a little bit of damage. Maybe get another 2, 3. Okay, he's going to probably die on the way back, but he did so much damage. And wow, now some Mahouts are going to clean up these skirms, and this last war wagon is going to go down in 2 or maybe 2.5, 3 volleys from these Howdah. This is a very, very tough point. And Mitoe switched completely from all war wagon production to all skirm production at the worst time. And these Howdah are going to destroy this massive skirm. And there's nothing. Okay, 3 more war wagon coming in from Mitoe. He's microing so hectically that they're going in the wrong direction. Now I'll finally focus to the fight. And they're going to last long enough to probably take out both of these Howdah. But not before you get a lot of kills in. And these 2 Howdah are going to get some. Oh, okay. Game-changing pop right there with the Black Riders. And they're going to try to retreat with this Mahout. This Mahout. It's not. It shouldn't get far. If Mitoe takes the Black Riders out of this group of the war wagons, they're much faster. But he's really slowing them down. This Mahout's actually going to get away because of that. Wow, he could have killed that Maho with those Black Riders. That's a bit of a mistake right there. But wow, that was a wild fight there. I mean, those Black Riders were just a little bit too late, and a lot of scums died because of it. And it's surprising that Dictator was able to save that Maho. That was a really, really good fight for him. Really good fight. It's like, I think Mitoe was probably just very careless with the war wagons in that big fight over here, and assumed that the game was basically over. Like I was kind of assuming it as well, but it showed it wasn't. Not at all. That Yurumi just really made a huge difference. And these Mahauda are really picking off these Black Riders. This Mahou is going to tank a little bit. Picked off another Black Rider, but I don't. This is going to be really difficult still. Another two Hauda for Conqueror, but there's a lot of skirm in there, and they counter those Hauda a lot. And these villagers are really getting picked off. I don't want to lose this Mahou. Okay, he's pulling in some Black Riders. Maybe pick off Black Rider for it, trade it. Okay, he kind of traded like a Mahou for a Black Rider, which isn't terrible. Two Surgeons coming in. Looks like Dictator's trying to do a bit of an H2O strategy that we've been seeing quite a bit lately, which is Hauda mass and get some Surgeons to heal them up. Where did those Surgeons go? Oh, they're over here healing this one up. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Not sure where this game's going to go. Villager-wise, they're pretty close, and Mitoe's, wow, he's pretty far all over the map. So the villagers are, if there was possibility for raids, they're pretty vulnerable. Ooh, this is really not what you want to see. This mill right here going up. That's telling you that you're in a bit of trouble because you're confined to your base and having to not able to gather any resources. But this is a big fight right here, and if he can micro these Hauda have a chance, but there's just so many units from Germany right here. It's going to be very difficult to fight this. Something needs to pop out of this TC like right about now, and he's at the point. Oh, okay, two Mahous were trained, and they're going to get a lot of damage done before they die. Nice split by Mitoe with the skirms there, but it's oh man, Elephant Combat comes in. Nice card for what the composition is right now, and there's so many low skirms because of these Mahou that it's probably a bit. Oh, and these Ellen raids, that's almost like a game sealer right there. It's tough to deal with that while this whole fight's going on. And man, there's so many low skirms. If there was a couple of elephants, even though heroes there, they could really take those out pretty quick. He's trying to micro over here to get these Owens and get off the villagers, because that's what he needs to do. He needs to get them. But oh, now down to 3. I really wish he would use this ceasefire at any point. It could have been really helpful. Not that it's going to give him any more units, but it just kind of saves some time and mass up a little bit. Mitoe was saying he faced this build more than anybody else probably because he practices with H2O so much. So he kind of knew exactly what he needed to do. Oh man, that was a pretty wild game. It felt like he had a chance at some times. And I saw at some points he even had a score lead, equally at some points. Yeah, it was a pretty close game. Fights were going India's way more than they should have, even though they were highly outnumbered. That Yurumi pop was huge. I mean, look at this fight here. He's outnumbered massively, almost double. and he brings it down to even military unit pop. Wow, pretty exciting game. And Mitoe wins the series 3-2 after that game. Alright, and that's going to be it for this series. Dictator, aka Conqueror, versus Mitoe, best of 5, goes to Mitoe 3-2. Hope you guys all enjoyed putting this up on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to me, follow me, whatever. And I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/IAmSoldieR_US, and catch me there. So, see you guys around.